everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is the 26th of December and that means it is the day after Christmas, which is like insane. This entire month has just flown by at an unbelievable rate, which, you know, it happens. The older you get, the faster time it seems to just fly right on by. Today I am here to film my Christmas book hauls, all the books and bookish related things that I received from friends and family this Christmas. I figured I would share them with you guys, and I haven't done a book haul in a very long time, so I figured I am overdue, so I might as well share all of the wonderful bookish goodies with you all. Also, I did in fact receive some new lights for Christmas, so I am still kind of trying to work out my settings for these lights because they're a lot more powerful than what I was using before. So if the image looks a little bit weird, a little too bright, just know it's a work in progress and I am working on making it better. So yes, fair warning for everyone. Without further ado, let's get started on the Christmas book haul. Also, I'd like to highlight this really awesome Doctor Who Christmas sweatshirt my sister gave me that's super cozy and warm, and it's Doctor Who, and it says "Don't blink" because there are weeping angels on my sweater. So I may or may not get warped to the past in the middle of this video. We shall see. So I figured I'd start out with some of the items that are bookish related, but not quite books themselves. And the first one of those is this awesome Lord of the Rings mug that I received from my parents. It was found on Etsy and it has the Fellowship. And I also find it hilarious that there is in fact a dragon on this mug, even though there were no dragons in the Lord of the Rings, just the Hobbit. That, of course, being Smog, but that's okay. I still love this mug. I think it's really, really cool. And I like all the colors and how it looks kind of watercolory, and it's just a really, really fantastic mug. And I'm currently rereading The Lord of the Rings, so clearly I need to use this while I'm reading The Two Towers, because why not? The next one is also a bookish mug, and it is from my friend Felicia from Little Prairie Library, and I'll be leaving her channel. And all the people I mentioned, I'll leave their channels down below, so be sure to check them all out because they're fantastic people. But she sent me a little Christmas package, and in it was this mug, which is a mug of Prince Edward Island. We both love Anne of Green Gables, and I, of course, just love this mug. It's fantastic, and I've been rereading the Anne series, so I'm obviously going to have to use this while I'm reading Anne, because, again, why not? And then the inside is this really pretty blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so I love this mug so much, so thank you, Felicia. It's lovely. The next bookish item was a couple of bookmarks I received from my friend Jenny over at Jenny King, and she sent me from the Etsy shop Odd Books a J.R. Tolkien bookmark and a Jane Austen bookmark, and I think these are just absolutely adorable. They're the magnetic clip ones, and I'm currently using J.R. Tolkien in my Two Towers that I am currently rereading right here. I have it open to the page I was at so I don't lose my spot, but I'm currently using that one, and I just love these bookmarks. They're so, so, so cool, and I've actually been eyeballing this Etsy shop for a long time, so I'm really happy to finally have my own set from this store. The next bookish item came from my friend Dustin. He actually sent me a big package with a bunch of goodies in it, but one of them was a Patrick Stewart performs Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. As you guys know, I love A Christmas Carol, and so does Dustin, and he said this one is a phenomenal performance. I have not had a chance to listen to it yet, but I am planning to do so tonight and tomorrow. I think I will be enjoying this. I hear it's really, really good, and I can't wait to listen to one of my favorite stories by a really fabulous actor. The next item is a coloring book. I actually received a lot of coloring books this year. A lot of them actually came from some wonderful guy named Dylan that came to my P.O. box, which I had the video last Friday. I'll link it if you guys want to see it, but he gave me a whole bunch of really, really fantastic coloring items and coloring books. But I also received this one from my friend Gina. She also sent me a package, and it's a Christmas Carol coloring book, which is perfect because I love Christmas and I love A Christmas Carol, and it has a bunch of really, really, really cool pictures in it from the story, and I just can't wait to color a picture. I haven't had a chance yet, but I definitely am hoping to do so soon, so that's pretty fantastic. And also in the coloring vein, since I do feature a lot of coloring things on my channel, I figured I would show you guys this as well. But I also received from my parents this year a set of the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, a 60 count. If you guys color a lot, or if you're artistic in any way, you will know that these are fantastic and amazing color pencils. I actually had a small set of 12 that I absolutely love. These things color like a dream. They're highly pigmented. They're wonderful, wonderful pencils, and I feel like my skills are totally inadequate for them, but it's an absolutely gorgeous set, and it comes with so many colors. I'll try to open it without spilling them, but I mean, it just, look, they're so pretty. Look how pretty they are. And there's another tray below this one that has more colors in it, but if I try and take it out, I will spill them, so I will not do that. But I'm very excited. I'm definitely going to get some coloring in today since it's my last day before I have to go back to work. So that is it for the bookish related items, and now we are ready to get into the books, so let's start. So the first one I have is another one from my friend Dustin, and he sent me this really great graphic novel called The Outside Circle, which is by Patty who I cannot say that name since it's French, and I suck at pronouncing French, so sorry. Anyway, he says this is one of his favorite graphic novels, and he really, really liked it, and this is actually signed by the author, which is pretty fantastic, which is right here. It's personally inscribed to me, so that's pretty awesome, and I can't wait to read it and see what it is. And she also kind of drew a little illustration right here, so that's very, very, very cool. So thank you, Dustin. I'm looking forward to reading this one in January. It looks like it's going to be pretty great. Now, he also sent me a bunch of other books, which is very, very generous of him. So again, thank you, Dustin. The first one is Invitation to Camelot, which is an anthology by a bunch of different fantasy authors, including Tanith Lee, who was one of my favorites from when I was in middle school. And it's basically a bunch of Arthurian retellings, short stories, and it's an anthology. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm about halfway through, and so far I've liked all but maybe 2 of the stories, so it's been a pretty fun read. And fun fact, this actually was published the year I was born, so it was like it was meant for me. So that's pretty fantastic. And also he sent me these gorgeous editions of these books of one of my favorite authors, and that is Jane Austen. It's this lovely set of Jane Austen books by these really cool editions I hadn't seen before. So the first one is Persuasion, which looks like this, and it features some of my favorite colors, which is blue and purple. The next one, of course, is Sense and Sensibility, which looks like this. Emma, which looks like this one, has a lovely little teacup right here, and this is one of my favorite Austen books. And then Pride and Prejudice looks like this one. It's this really cool kind of red burgundy cover. And the last one is Northanger Abbey, which I think has a perfect cover for the kind of haunting atmospheric feel that is contained in this book. And then lined up, I think the spines look really, really cool and colorful and rainbowy. So these are definitely very, very cool editions. And you can never have too many editions of classic books. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to collect different editions of classics. Like I have, I think, 3 or 4 editions of A Christmas Carol, and I love it because you can never have too many of your favorite books. My next package came from another booktuber, Angela, and she sent me the last 2 books in the Jacoby trilogy. I had the first one I got last year and haven't read it yet, and then she sent me book 2 and 3, which is Ghostly Echoes and Beastly Bones. And I've heard the series is pretty great, and so now I can finally binge read it, and I'm very excited to do so. I'm hoping to do that in January because I've been meaning to get to it for ages and I haven't yet. And I hear it's kind of like a mix between Sherlock and Doctor Who, which is 2 of my favorite things. So I'm very much looking forward to diving into this series. Plus the covers are pretty dang awesome. The next book also came from Gina, who sent me the coloring book. And by the way, I'll be leaving all of these people's channels down below because they're all fellow booktubers. And the book she sent me was The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas, and one of my favorite classic editions, which is the Word Cloud Classic Flexibound editions. And I love Alexandre Dumas. I really like The Three Musketeers, and I've been wanting to read The Count of Monte Cristo for absolute ages, so I can finally get to it. And I love, love, love the cover. It looks like this. It's brown, and as the Word Cloud Classics always are, it has the words from the story engraved on the cover, and then the spine looks like this, and there's always different end pages, and this end pages for this one looks like this. So thank you very much, Gina. I'm very excited to get to this book. The other book that I received was also from Felicia, who sent me the mug, and she sent me Emma in the same edition, and she felt bad because I already have this edition, but don't feel bad whatsoever. This is also one of my mom's favorite books, and I was able to give her a copy as well. But I love, love, love these editions, and I love the pink on this one, and the end pages look so, so cool. So yes, I love this edition. I'll leave a link to these down below because they have them on Amazon, but these are seriously one of my favorite classic editions because they're really fun to hold and they look really, really pretty on your shelves as well. I then received a little package from my friend Lily, who has a channel, and I'll leave her down below. Lily is great, and we have a love for Fae stories because Fae stories are amazing. But the book that she sent me was the first book in the Pendragon cycle by Stephen Lawhead, and I've been meaning to start this book for an absolute age. It's an Arthurian retelling. As you guys know, I love Arthurian stories, so I'm very excited to finally get to this series I've been wanting to get to for ages. The book title for the first book is called Taliesin, I think is how you pronounce it, but I'm hoping to start this one in January as well because I've been waiting so long to start it, and I finally can. Next, I actually did a Secret Santa exchange with some fellow BookTube SFF people, and my person sent me 2 books that look like they're going to be pretty great. The first one is called The Witches of Lynchford by Paul Cornell, and it has to do with this little village, and there's a supermarket coming in, but supermarket is actually a front for trying to open this interdimensional world thing, and these witches have to kind of prevent that. So it sounds like it'll be a pretty cool and chilling story. And then there was a sequel, which is called The Lost Child of Lynchford by Paul Cornell as well, and this one actually takes place at Christmas time, but but I think both of these covers look really, really cool, and they should be fairly quick reads because they're not very big. So I'm really hoping to get to these soon. I actually meant to get to them over Christmas, but I didn't do much reading over Christmas, so that didn't quite happen. But I'm excited to see how these two books are. And the last book I received from a friend comes from my wonderful friend Christine from the channel Christine Marie. I will leave her channel down below as well because she's another fantastic booktuber. And that girl sent me a book that has been on my wish list for an absolute age, and I am so excited because it's one of my favorite things, and that is The Hamilton of the Revolution. She sent me the Hamilton, and I am so excited. So it's all about the play, and it has all the lyrics and the making of it and a bunch of different cast photos. It has all the songs, and oh, look at it. So cool. And the cover is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to read it and adore it. And it's an amazing play. It's an amazing musical, guys. So if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely do so because it will change your life. No joke. So thank you so much, Christina. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to dive into this one soon as well. So the last few books I got from my family this Christmas, and I am all very excited about them, particularly one and you guys will see why when I get to it. But the first one I got was from my sister, and she got me the Doctor Who official cookbook. So it's a bunch of Doctor Who related recipes. So there's sweets and savory snacks and like dishes, and it's all very cool, and they're all very Doctor Who themed. And I was flipping through it last night actually, and I'm very excited. I want to try out some of these, like the Munchie Meyer Warrior, which looks like this. And then there was another one that was pretty cool. Also Zygon Pie, which that one might be a little bit above my current cooking and baking abilities, but it's still pretty great. And it's just full of a bunch of different Doctor Who related recipes. So you can like throw a Doctor Who party and have a bunch of Doctor Who food. And there's jelly babies that you can make, which are made out of dried fruit and things. So it has just a bunch of really, really fun recipes featuring stories from all of the Doctors and their companions and the villains. So thank you, Virginia. This is really, really great, and I can't wait to try some of them out. The next one I received from my parents is another one that's been on my wish list for a while, and I could not wait to get it. And it is the Harry Potter Chamber Secrets Illustrated Edition. I, of course, as many of us Harry Potter fans are, have been collecting the illustrated editions. I got the Sorcerer's Stone last year, and they're releasing one a year. So, of course, Chamber of Secrets came out this year, and I was flipping through it, and some of these illustrations are absolutely stunning. Like, I think I like some of these more than I do the Sorcerer's Stone. Like, I love Diagon Alley, which I'm trying to find so I can show you guys because it was really, really cool looking. Like, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at Diagon Alley. Oh, I just love these. I think it's such a cool idea. I love Harry Potter because it meant a lot to me in my childhood. I mean, I started reading it when I was 11. It was just the first 3 books, and it really helped me a lot growing up, and I loved that series of Returning to the World. So I'm really loving the illustrated editions. It's kind of like reliving your childhood a little bit, and I just can't wait to see each one as they come out. Though I cannot imagine how big the 5th one is going to be. It's the biggest book, and I mean, what's it going to be, like that thick? I guess we'll find out in a few years. The last book I received was from my parents, and it is one of my favorite things ever, and I can't. I'm so excited. And it is the 20th anniversary edition of Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. As you guys know, Robin Hobb is one of my all-time favorite authors. I absolutely love all of her books. I did a year-long read-along for everybody called the Hobb-along read-along, which I feel really bad because I've actually fallen a bit behind on. But it's been a lot of fun getting everybody into Robin Hobb because her books are amazing fantasy stories. They're an amazing place to start if you're new to fantasy or just I'm gushing, guys. I know I'm gushing, but they're so good. So anyway, back to the book. This is a 20th anniversary edition that actually came out last year. It comes in this gorgeous silver and blue slipcase because the Buck Royal insignia is blue, Buck blue. And then, look, you slip off the cover. There's this wonderful embossed insignia on the side. And then, of course, the spine is in silver, and it features the Buck Royal insignia, which is a buck, of course. And then the pages are gilded, and it has a bookmark. And then you open it, and there's an illustration of Buckkeep Castle itself, which just looks phenomenal. And then if you open it inside, she actually did a brand new forward introduction for this book. And she also included an introduction from the Fool, Fitz, and Night Eyes as well. And Night Eyes signed with his paw. So I just find it to be such a cool book. I wish she would do the whole trilogy like this, even though I know that's not practical. And I'm hoping to go to her signing again one day because I met her, a year and a half ago. It was not this September, but the one before that. And I'm hoping she'll have a signing here again because I would love to get this one signed, which Her last book in the Fits and the Fool series is coming out in May, so she may be on the signing tour again. I sure hope so, because I would love to get this signed. But this thing is gorgeous, and I absolutely adore it to bits. All right, guys, that is it for my Christmas book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Thank you, everybody who sent me or gave me books for Christmas. I absolutely love books, of course, because reading is amazing, and so is coloring. You guys will have to let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, or just anything you want to throw down in the comments. Please feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day, and next time, happy reading. Bye!